Hi everybody, Army P here for eXplorminate.net, and welcome back to my Let's Try of RimWorld, Episode 3. Now, I wanted to quickly cover a couple things that I had mistakenly done, or I misunderstood when I was creating my refrigerator. It got brought to my attention that when I click on the refrigerator, or the cooler, you can see at the bottom of the screen there's 5 different temperature settings. When I actually clicked on this setting here, it says lower the target temperature. I assumed by clicking it once it would go down to minus 10 degrees Celsius. That was a mistake. I actually thought it's actually just lowering the target temperature by 10. So you can see here that the target temperature is going to be minus 9. I think I might actually make it minus 10. Anyway, that's just a little mistake I made. I thought it went to minus 10. It actually just lowers it by that amount. So I've set the target temperature now that I've clicked on my cooler, and you can see on the lower left hand side of the screen the target temperature is minus 10. That should be enough for freezing food. Now, that being said, food seems to be the one thing that is currently on our list of to-dos. So what I'm going to do is, you can see here my growth rate. Oh, what's this? Shield thinks that we should give our faction a name. What should our faction be called? Well, this is interesting. I think I'm going to call it the faction of eXplorminators. And since we've been here for a while, Shield thinks that we should give the community a name. What should our community be called? Why not Explormination? Explormination? Yeah. Yeah, it looks like we're the Explorminators from eXplormination. Can't get more original than that, I'll tell you. So anyway, we will continue on, and I'm going to talk a little bit about food. Now, if you remember from the beginning of where we started kicking off and building our colony and getting it going, we planted some rice and 2 fields of planting potatoes. You can see here the potatoes are only 17% grown by this little indicator on the lower left hand side of the screen, and the rice is at 35. So unfortunately it's not going as fast as we might need, and with only, if you look in the upper left hand side of the screen, we have 22 days left. So what we're going to do is we're going to go out and hunt, because the idea here being is that we're going to need some food to survive, just picking up some steel. So, we're going to go find something awesome to hunt, something yummy. What's this? A mega sloth. He looks pretty dangerous. I'm going to pick something a little bit easier to pick, or to fight, because what you're going to find when you're playing this game is that being able to get meat by butchering them will actually provide you with a staple of food when your plants end up in between planting yields or anything like that. And with a refrigerator, we can keep that nice and cool and good to go. Minus 10. Okay, so to do that, we're gonna have to build a butcher production. What is it called? A butcher's table. Okay, perfect. So what we're going to do is we're going to build our butcher's table through our production submenu. We're going to twist that around, and we're going to put it right on the side of the actual unit itself. Now, sounds good, right? We butchered something. We could eat raw meat if we chose to, but why would we do that? I think we should get a stove. Now, a stove, the initial project or initial setting of it will require some wood, so we're going to chop some wood down. Why not in the house itself? Okay, so we're going to get them to build, our little colonists to build this, so that we can get some fuel for our sorry, a little bit of a stumbling over my words here. Oh, they must be sufficiently grown. Okay. So anyway, we will build a fueled stove, which will use wood as the fuel source. Later on, we could probably use an electric one that'll use, obviously, electrical power to heat up. And then we're going to get a wooden butcher's table. I'm going to show you a little bit about preparing yourself for the possibility of a long winter. As it stands right now, we're just going to speed up, make sure that we're good to go. This isn't built. Okay, Catania's building it. Perfect. And she's filling it full. Perfect. Okay, so we've got ourselves a butcher's table, and we've got ourselves a fueled stove. So why don't we take our hunter? Who's our hunter? Let's look at our work priority list. Hunt. It looks like Paul is going to be our main guy for this. And Paul is, if you go under the name von Schiltz, Felix. Oh, Paul is our center guy. So anyway, he's just cutting down some wood and getting it ready to go. So what we're going to do is we're going to scan around and see what we can hunt. Oh, look here, we got ourselves a female turkey who's laying some eggs. I had no idea what that's all about. So for this intents and purposes, we're going to press the O, and you'll see here that a little target has been, reticule has been entered on them. So what we're going to do is we're going to tell Paul to go and hunt that guy. So hopefully he'll come out. I probably will have to stop his bed rest, grow, plant cut. Why aren't you moving there, dear sir? Okay, here he comes right now, hopefully. No, he's gonna haul things. Weird, because I thought that haul was, you can help me in the comment section below, guys. I don't know why hauling something is higher, because hauling is lower in the priority list. He should be hunting. Oh, get him to stop hauling, I guess. Ooh, we've got a mad animal. Well, I mean, this actually might work out the exact same way. Let's gonna jump to this location. It looks like, what do we got here? I'm just gonna exit out of here. Oops. And we've got a mad mauler rat, and he's gone crazy. So we're gonna hunt him just so that he doesn't cause us any troubles. Looks like he's coming up onto our colony section. I don't want him to hurt any of my guys. Going crazy. Oh, he's attacking von Schutz. Okay. I'm gonna manually take him over, and we're gonna shoot him. Shoot the mad rat! Okay, perfect. Okay, now we're going to deselect him, and now where's Paul? Hauling things. I really wish you would stop hauling things. Come on now. Stop hauling things. I want you to hunt, darn it. Von Schiltz going, and he's going to have to rest up because unfortunately... Oh, we've already gone to the nighttime. Looks like something that's going to have to wait. Stargazing? What is he doing? He is stargazing. Whatever happened to hunting people, man? Okay, what do we got? We're gonna grab salt. Okay, there's a raccoon. Maybe we should hunt the raccoon. What does Paul have? Oh, that's the reason why he's not doing that. That's ridiculous. Okay, so our hunter didn't have a rifle, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna draft him, and we're going to just change the work order. Who's gonna hunt for us? That's what we'll change. There we go. So I changed the priority so that Katana is now going to hunt. So she's shooting away at this sleeping raccoon. I don't think that she's hit him once. Hopefully, hopefully her aim gets better, because sweet mother of God. She shot about a dozen rounds and he missed each one, got tired and went to sleep. Alright, well that's fine. Okay, so we do have a dead rat somewhere, so maybe we should do it this way. You're going to add a bill when you go to the butcher's table, okay? And you're going to say, butcher the creature. And then you're going to pick whatever many creatures you want to do. So I do believe Von Schilt will go and grab... No, he won't. He's hauling things, but he's definitely not doing it. Oh, it's because a rat disappeared. Lovely. Did they put it back here? Oh, they did. There's a dead rat right there. Hopefully when Paul or Catania, we'll hopefully look at the cooking. Oh yeah, that's because he doesn't cook. And I don't believe the butcher's one, is he? No. The idiosyncrasies of learning RimWorld. stockpile. We'll make a little bit of a bigger stockpile there, just in case. Okay, Paul's gonna enjoy his meal, and then he's gonna go out, and I think he's gonna cook it. Yes, he is. So you see here that he's grabbed the dead mad rabbit. What he's gonna do is he's gonna butcher it right up. And now he's created it, put him into... Oops, I don't want to build a copy. What I want to do is create a bill. So what he's going to do is he's already turned the rat and butchered it, and then we've got some leather that's actually come from it. And what you're going to do from the fueled stove is you'll add a bill and cook a simple meal. And let's say we'll cook 5, okay? And what he's done is he's actually took 10 of the pieces of meat, he's cooked it, and that's not where it should go. Gotta turn food off here. Make sure that the food is good there. Yes, it is. So what he's going to do is he's going to put the food in the refrigerator, and it says it's frozen, it won't spoil. So this is the benefit of being able to cook up any meal that you really want, is because you can be able to put it in there, the 2 meals that we made from the dead rat, and then we'll be able to freeze it. And the whole idea being is that our simple meals will be able to last us throughout the winter, because in the winter you will not be able to grow your food. So in the time being, I think I'm going to wait till Catania gets up, and I'm going to get her to start hunting in earnest. Looks like there's a turtle here, a tortoise, why not? We'll have a little rat for breakfast, a little raccoon for lunch, and it looks like we've got some packaged meals here that I'll get picked up. Oh yeah, and by the way, stay away from these things. These things are called boom rats. Stay away from them. They actually explode when you attack and kill them. In my last game, I was playing off screen. I actually blew up a boom rat that was in my garden. It blew up my entire crop, and then the fire spread and nearly killed the rest of it. Well, it looks like we have some raspberry bushes. And now we cut these down. We'll make ourselves a nice meal of raspberries. Oh, good job, Paul. Alright, Catania, let's see what we're going to do with that hunting rifle of yours. I'm really hoping that your aim is getting better. Looks like she's going after the rat first. Oh boy. I really wish... I wonder if her hunting ability goes up. Oh, I'm looking at the rat, that's why. Oh, there we go. Shot him. Good for her. Now, Katana, it's your character. Your shooting is 0. Why am I am not doing anything good right now. Okay, so we're gonna mix things up a little bit here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take Katana. We're gonna get her to stop. We're gonna go to her gear and get her to drop the bolt action rifle. Okay, now we're going to get Paul to stop, get the gear out, and get him to drop the plastic knife. Get Paul to pick up the rifle, Katana to pick up the plastic knife, reinstitute it, readjust their work priorities so that Paul is hunting and Katania is not, and we should be good to go. And you see here, Paul is now making us a lovely meal. And the whole idea here is that eventually Katana's going to be making us up all these types of different meals made of berries. Oh wait, I'm hunting rats and I got all these deers next door? Listen, I've already made the disclaimer that I am absolutely terrible at this, but that being said, without a question, this episode's illustrating just how little I actually know about this game, or how well I'm doing at that being said. Okay, so where's Paul? He's probably got a better shot, right? I do believe that he had... Yeah, his shooting's 8. I mean, he loves to shoot. It looks like he already one-shotted that turtle right in the face, so that's good. So we're going to start collecting all these different types of lovely animal food, because everybody loves a good protein source. And I think I'm going to go after one of these does. Why not? That'll be a good meal. And we're going to continue making all these meals, and butcher some more creatures, and cook some more simple meals. The idea is we're going to fill up our stock station to the point where if something goes wrong with our crops, we won't be completely distraught. Perfect. So that being said, we do have lots of steel, which is good. We don't want to have to... Ooh. Look at this. Looks like we've got some type of a random event. An army cook named Benjamin Ben Frick calls you from nearby. He's being chased by tribespeople of the white mongoose Asiko. He begs for safety and offers to join your colony. Biologically, he's 24 years old. Be warned, if you accept, you'll have to fight off the tribespeople on his tail. Well, not that there's anything wrong with having a colony with 2 men and a single girl. Why not make it 3 guys and a single girl? I'll tell you right now, Katana is always the most popular at parties. So it looks like we've got Ben. He appears to be absolutely buck naked, so I'm guessing he wasn't the best cook on Earth. And he is going to be running for the safety of our colony. When he gets here, we will have to defend not only him. Oh, and there it is. We'll also have to defend our colony. Which makes me think that we should probably build some meager defenses, which we have none of, and I'll probably show that afterwards. We've kind of went through the, the importance of having food, but that being said, we do have a raids person. Now, what does he have? He has a steel spear, and his intention is to ignite my solar generator. Not going to happen on my watch, chup. Okay, so we are going to draft out my fine colonists, and we're going to defend what's ours. Then I'll show you why I didn't do a very good job last time. Okay, so here he comes, and we're going to fire at will. Fire? Oh, out of range. Well, wait till he gets a range here. Okay, we hit him once. He's injured. Now Katana's going in for the big kill here with her plastic knife. Needs treatment. Okay, so we've got him. Now, this is an interesting point, or an interesting point here. If you see, he's actually a healer, so he's a doctor, and we've actually just maimed him. We haven't actually hurt him to the point, or killed him to the point. So what we can do is we can actually make him our prisoner, which is interesting. So what we'll do is in our structure, we build a wall. And why not? We'll build a nice little wall. Okay. We'll build some furniture. We'll give it a bed. And what else are we going to need? I think we're going to need a door. And this will be our door. Okay. And we're going to take all of our colonists off of the draft so they will continue on working as such. Now the whole point here is that if he doesn't die of his wounds, or he doesn't get up and we have to knock him out, we will be able to build a specific type of prison for him. And then over time, we actually might be able to convince him to join our colonists. Show you that in a bit here. So what do we got for Ben the cook? He's he's good at cooking, which is good. He's good at hunting. What does skill like? I wonder. Well, he doesn't have a ranged weapon, so there's no point. He's good at growing, smithing, and tailoring, and crafting. So he's a good homebody. That's always good. How's his construction, I wonder? Yeah, we're going to get you to start constructing there. And we're definitely running a tad short on, a little short on wood. We're going to have to get that done. Paul, in the meantime, is just having a blast here shooting at these does. We got injured doe. Come on. You can do it. Yeah, there you go. A nice doe. And all the other ones just stand there. Love it. This is where the game starts to get a tad really interesting in my books. There's a lot of things going on. Okay. So what we're going to do is I'm going to capture him. Not reachable, unreserved, and close. Okay, so we've built our little prison cell here, right? Now if you click on the bed, you can actually designate it for your prisoners. Oh, we have to build a bed for poor Ben here. Boy, this colony is starting real rough. So we're going to take Ben and we're going to say, hey, capture this guy. So he's going to take the injured raider and he's going to put him in the bed. Now we're going to have to nurse him to health. Because if we don't, and he dies, then there's no real point of us doing this at all. Now, if you're wondering who is to do that, you go onto your work priorities, and I do believe it's the warden, which is the actual person that the raider actually injured. So once she's all healed up, we'll be able to get What do we got here? Is that frozen sweet? Sweet. We'll be able to try to convince him, and there's a small percentage chance every time, so not too shabby if you ask me. And apparently Newton the dog just loves sleeping with the prisoners. That's great. Always an absolute pleasure. Okay, everybody, that's where I'm going to pause it. So we went through quite a bit, and you know, kind of showing this off. We haven't had a chance to harvest anything, but I was able to start getting my refrigerator, be able to make a butcher's table, which showed off hunting and my inability to understand some of the more finer details on the right-hand side. Like, by the way, your hunter doesn't have a ranged weapon, dummy. Our cooking stove, how we make food, and our first raid, an addition to our colony in Ben, and a captured raider who's a healer. I'd love to know what he likes to do. He likes to grow and medicine, so he could be the town's doctor. Okay, everybody, this has been ArmyP for eXplorminate.net. Thanks very much for watching this episode of RimWorld, and I will see you next time.